like a low key vibe, or just no music at all is fine too. But sometimes when I play music on Zoom, it's sort of, it's bad sound. So we'll be doing an all levels flow. I have you guys on my screen here and then also up on my TV. So if you want, and you're not already on your camera, we would love to see your faces. And then also I can try to give adjustments. I see some of the people on screen, and then I see some that are like blacked out. So I don't know if it's my like internet that hasn't shown up, or if it's just that your computer or your video is off, but either way is fine. And let's see. Yeah, so this will be an all levels flow. Do what you can, enjoy. I'm gonna try to coerce both of my cats over. Nico is off to the side, oops. And he's kind of like, what's going on? Because I've pushed my couch over. But we're gonna do, you know, just an all levels flow, feel good kind of Friday night. So participate as much or as little as you would like, and know that yoga is taking care of your body and breathing, and oh, I love all the cats. So, you know, feel free to comment anything in the chat, and maybe, you know, if Casey, you're seeing it, you know, you could respond, but I probably won't see that part until afterwards. And that's about it. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? Okay.
I think we have a couple more people just joining now. So I'll just give them a second.
Perfect. And then I'm just going to make sure that like I'm in the screen, and I was trying to be like festive and Halloween-esque, as a ski bunny with my vest, very makeshift, but I might get way too hot, so I might not have to participate in the costume. Let's see. Trying to see how many screens I can fit on. I think what might happen is if I keep it, I'm just going to see the people on the first screen. So anyways, participate if you'd like. I probably will just be peeking up and seeing, maybe I'll pop up here just to make sure nobody's lost every once in a while. And what do you think, Casey? Should we begin?
I think we're just about ready. Yeah, I know a couple extra people will be filtering in, but I'll let them in as we go. And just a reminder, no pressure. If you don't want to turn your camera on, that's totally fine. If you do, we love to see you guys. But I will let you take it from here, Erin.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys for being here on your Friday night. I know that there are plenty of things that you could be doing, so I want to make this fun and enjoyable. Maybe just kind of like a wind down from the week and hit all the major points. If you have like blocks or props, anything like a desk, you can modify. Like even if a down dog doesn't feel right, but maybe you're taking your hands to a couch, and this could be like a modified down dog, stepping through, things like that. So I'll try to offer some suggestions, and then that sort of thing. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Milo's here joining. Come on, Nico. Come on. It's time for yoga. We're going to start. All right. We'll see if he comes and joins us with a treat, maybe. Okay. So we're going to begin in a comfortable seated position. If you have a block that you would like to sit up on, or a blanket, maybe even just a seat, that's totally fine. You can even do like chair yoga, you know? So let's close the eyes and just begin to tap into your breath. So take a deep inhale all the way to the top. And a sigh out the mouth. And again, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. One more time, big breath all the way from the base of the pelvis up to the top chest. And when it feels comfortable, sigh it out. Fold the palms together in front of the heart. And as you continue to watch your breath come and go, take a moment here to set any intention for your practice. So maybe it's just to move and breathe. Maybe it's to find some joy or let go of something that you might be carrying. So the new moon solar eclipse was a few days ago. And usually the new moon is an energy of planting seeds of intention that we'd like to grow. So something we're cultivating. And the interesting thing about this energy was that it was about releasing old false narratives or old patterns or fears that are keeping us stuck, that aren't serving us. So creating space so that we can plant seeds and bring in the new. So if there's anything that you would like to layer on top of that, go ahead and get clear for another breath. And take a deep inhale. And bow the head towards the heart. Release the palms and allow the eyes to open. Milo, are you excited? All right, so we're gonna take a side bend over to the right. So I'll mirror you. Right hand will come down, left arm extends up and over. Big breath. Milo, you're gonna come join? Here. He's stretching his legs. All right, and then come back up to center and over to the left. And take a big stretch. Come here, Milo. He just heard stretch and he was like, I got it. I'll stretch my leg. All right, and then come back up to center, reach both arms up. And we'll twist to the right. So right hand back behind you. And turn the chest. All right, and then unwind. He's hiding, he's shy today. And then inhale, reach up and twist to the left. Good, lift the heart space and turn a little deeper. We gotta get him in here. All right, and then let's unwind. And let's take a neck roll. So drop the ear over to the right. Deep inhale. Exhale, lower chin to chest. And over to the left. Take a big breath here. And lower through center. We'll do one more each side. So inhale to the right. Big breath. And exhale, lower. And then over to the left again. And back to center. All right, so we're going to come to a tabletop position. If you have a blanket, you need to pad your knees, that's great. We'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So if this is uncomfortable for you, you could always do a seated cat-cow, which might look something like arching here, shoulders back and rounding. You could do it in a chair. Otherwise, the standard cat-cow, spreading through the fingers. Show us. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, press and round. Good job. And again, inhale, lengthen. And exhale, press and round. And one more time. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, press and round. You're doing the round moves. We're not at back bends yet. Okay, and then let's extend the left leg back. We'll follow Milo's lead. And the right arm forward, like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Take an inhale. And then elbow to knee as you exhale, round. It's core stabilization, twice more. Inhale, extend, long neck. Exhale, elbow to knee. Ooh, it's getting hot on the slopes today. Inhale, one more time, lengthen. And exhale, elbow to knee. All right, and then let's go ahead and switch sides. Going into the spring skiing. Okay, right leg extends back, left arm reaches forward. Get long through the spine. And then elbow to knee as you exhale. And again, twice more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time with your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. And then set the hand and the knee down. Oh, you see someone you want to play with? Okay, so let's go to child's pose. Take the big toes together, knees apart, and the forehead down. So if you'd like, and you have a little teaser, sometimes that's kind of how I have to coerce them. And if this bothers your knee for any reason, you could always come up a little bit higher. Otherwise, your hips are sitting back on your heels. You can stretch your arms forward or back. Take one more breath into your back ribs. And let's come to downward facing dog. So hands are shoulder distance apart and the index fingers are pointing straight ahead. And then as you tuck the toes and lift the hips, if the hamstrings are really tight, bend the knees and press the chest back. And then let your head drop and the sit bones reach up and back. And like I said, you could hold on to a chair or a couch or a table instead, or you could always stay in a tabletop position. Here. And then let's lift the right leg straight back. You can do this from your left knee if you need to. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of the mat. So we're in a lunge. If it's okay to lower your back knee down, go for it. And if you need to bring hands up to blocks or furniture, we'll be in a low lunge here. So now getting into the front of your left thigh, your hip flexor, and some of you might feel this in your right thigh as well. So take a big breath. And a full exhale. Come on, my love. And one more deep breath. It's hiding. Here it is. And a full exhale. All right. And then we'll straighten the front leg. So the back knee stays down. And we'll fold over your right shin. So if you start to round and it's kind of pulling on the back instead of the back of the thigh, then just lift the chest up. Getting wild, wigs are coming off too. All right, lengthen the spine and fold a little bit deeper. One more breath. And now we'll rebend the right knee, tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee. And we'll twist. So left hand down to the ground or block, right arm to the sky. If you're modifying this upright, you can just twist your upper body if it's better for you. So left hand down and turn to the right. Take a big breath here. And release the right hand. Let's step the back foot forward to meet your right foot. And if the hamstrings are really tight once again and it pulls the back into a rounded shape, feel free to bend the knees and fold a little deeper. Let your head go. And then let's slowly round one vertebra up at a time using your core to support you. Come here, Nico. Trying to figure out how to get him over here. All right, and then stand tall. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, bow forward and fold. Nice. Inhale, lengthen. Hands can come to shins or blocks. Find a flat back. And then let's move the blocks and step back to downward facing dog. So step, step. Once again, if you're rounded, bend the knees, press the chest back, and then any amount straighten through the legs. On your next breath, lift your left leg up and back. And then shift forward and step your foot through. We'll lower the back knee to the ground. Come on. And then hands can come to the blocks if you'd like. Piece of furniture. Sink the hips. And take a couple breaths here. Come here. You gotta participate. Okay. He's like, you do it for me. I'm tired. This is Milo. He's my assistant. He knows all the poses. He's such an expert that he's above it. He's above the asana practice. He's enlightened. Okay, and then let's straighten the front leg, Ardha Hanuman. Flex the foot, reach the heart forward. He's like so enlightened he left. All right, and he's like, I'm over this class. Come here, and then fold. So keep your front leg straight. I'm gonna see if Nico will make an appearance because he's cute. Come on, Niece. Take 2 more breaths. Here's my Nico bear. All right. You want to participate? Come on. Oh, okay. So lift the back knee and bend your front knee. So we're in this lunge again. And then right hand down and left arm up to the sky. And we'll twist to the left this time. And you could always modify with the back knee down too. You could take a different kind of twist. Here. How about a treat? Oh, how about a treat? All right, last breath. And release that left hand down. Step your right foot forward and we'll fold. Okay. When you're ready, circle the arms out and up, reach tall. And palms to the heart. All right, let's side bend up and over to the right. And you could extend your left arm up and over. And then we'll come back through center and go to the left. Big breath. And back to center. All right, and then stand tall at the top. Let's reach the arms up again. Bow forward and fold. Hands to shins, lengthen, inhale. And let's step to plank pose. We'll add a vinyasa this time. So plank, shoulders are over the wrists. If you feel your belly dipping, oh, my leg trying to get on the screen. You can put your knees down. That's a little bit easier. And then we'll shift forward into chaturanga. So the elbows will bend straight back. And then pull through into either cobra with the hips down or upward facing dog. The shoulders are over the wrists, the thighs lift. And then you can use your knees to go back to downward dog if you'd like. So feel free to modify this up if your practice, if you feel a little bit more vigorous today. All right, so let's lift the right leg up and back. Exhale, step your foot forward. And then we'll come up to warrior 2. So right toes and knee point straight ahead, left heel grounds down, and then the chest is square towards the left end of the mat. So the front knee, if it passes the ankle, that means you can lengthen your stance or just back out of the bend a little bit. And then we'll move with the breath 3 times. So inhale, reach the arms up, straight legs. And exhale, open and bend. Good, again. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, open and bend. Milo. And one more time, inhale, reach up. And exhale, bend. Good. Flip the right palm, I'm not mirroring you right now, and reverse warrior. So right arm up to the sky, left hand down the back leg. Take a big breath here. Nice. And then right forearm to the thigh. Have your knee right over the ankle. And then lean the chest back without your right shoulder coming in. So shoulder blade down the back, chest back, top arm up. And if you'd like, you could rotate the palm and extend the arm up and overhead. Nico's hiding, getting water back there. Come here, Milo. Take one more breath. Come on. All right, and then let's release the hands to the ground and either step back to plank and go straight to down dog. You could take a vinyasa, which you shift forward and lower chaturanga into your back bend, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. How many cats are participating still? All right, let's lift the left leg up and back. And step your left foot forward. And then we'll windmill up to warrior two, and I'll just turn so I'm facing you. So now the left toes are pointing straight ahead. The right toes are angled slightly in. And we don't want the front knee to pass the ankle. So reach the arms out wide. And we'll move with the breath 3 times. So inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the legs. Exhale, rebend. Milo loves the spring, especially at 2 in the morning. He hides them. He's very good at it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, rebend. Anybody else have that problem? Like you hear. And one more time. Even if I check, I've checked everywhere, and then he has like a hiding spot. Open and bend. All right. And then reverse warrior. It's a different kind of yoga class. Just throw in some cat drama. All right, so left arm to the sky, big breath. And then take your left forearm down. Lean the chest back. And notice if the shoulder head's caving in. So you want to nudge your knee to the left and lean back as if there were a wall behind you. And then right arm to the sky. Rotate the palm, extend the arm up and overhead. This is a modification. If you know the deeper variation, you're more than welcome to take it. Hi, cats. Who's cat do I see? Mackenzie and Mama, hi. One more breath. And let's release the hands down. We'll step to plank pose and either move through a vinyasa. The vinyasa could also be a cat-cow that we did at the beginning, right? So I know there are all levels here. All right, once you are ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath. Sigh it out. Good, extend the right leg up and back. Step your foot forward. This time we're going into warrior one. So the chest will stay square to the top. The back toes angle towards the top left corner, and we'll reach the arms up. If this feels like too much on your back hip, you can spin to the ball of the back foot for crescent pose. You can also widen the stance for a little bit more stability. So take one more breath here. And then let's open to warrior two. Guys, you're not gonna make your money if you don't come and play in the screen. You're not gonna get your treats. All right, so reverse warrior, right arm to the sky. And let's come into triangle pose this time. So right leg straight. The back toes can angle in a little bit. You're gonna tip over your front leg. You can micro bend the knee. Maybe you have a block or a chair if the floor feels like it's too far. And then top arm straight up overhead. So the legs are active. The chest is open. And then the spine is long. And we're not hyperextending this front knee, but they're engaged. Good. If you want to add on, there's a balancing pose that we can take called Ardha Chandrasana Half Moon. So you can step up onto your right foot and then move the block forward about a foot, lift the back leg up to hip height, and then open the chest. So your back leg is tight, the standing leg can bend a little bit, and then the chest turns open. If this gets to be too much, you can stay in triangle pose. Take one more breath here. If you have the back bend variation, you could bend your top knee, kick back for Chapasana. One more breath. Good. All right, release the back foot. And then let's go back to warrior 2. Yeah. Milo, come here. Come here. All right, reverse warrior. Good boy. Come do warrior 2. Come here. All right, and then circle the hands to the ground and either take your vinyasa, play with your cat, or go straight to down dog. Milo, come. Come on. Let me see your yoga. Sorry, freezing here. All right, sorry, my phone got disconnected for a second. Okay, so let's meet in down dog, and then we'll lift the left leg up and back on an inhale. Step your left foot forward a little bit to the left, and then ground the back heel for warrior 1. So your back toes angle towards the top right corner, and then the arms will reach up. The modification, Milo, come on, is the back heel will spin up. Reach up. He's just out of the screen. There he is. I knew he'd be curious. Okay, and then we'll open to warrior 2 again. So for warrior 2, you can lengthen the stance, open your chest up, and then we'll straighten the left leg. So now the left toes are forward. I know it gets confusing because I'm turning around on my mat. And then if you have a block or even a cat tree, right, you could be here. So the left hand will come down. Come here, Milo. Come on. Come do yoga. Treat. And the right arm extends up. Come on. These aren't his favorite treats. He's like, I'm not interested in that. All right, so straight legs, active legs, unless you need to micro bend. The spine is lengthening and then the top chest is lifting. Breathe, one more breath here. And if you're staying in this pose, feel free to stay. Otherwise, we'll step up into half moon. The back leg lifts. The toes are pointing now towards the wall to your right. And then the chest is open. Oh, you did go for the treat? You must be hungry. All right. Hey, Nico, would you like to join us? All right, so last breath, if you'd like, you can bend the top knee, catch the foot, and kick back for Chapasana. Breathe, do what you can, and make it fun, light. And then we'll step back to warrior 2. Hi, buddy. If you'd like to add 13 pounds, you can borrow Milo. It's yoga sculpt. And then we'll reverse warrior. Good. And last time vinyasa, if you want to take it. So you can circle the hands to the ground, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward dog. And then let's lift to the tiptoes. Bend your knees and step or hop to the top of the mat. Got cat hair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle the arms out and up, reach tall. And palms to the heart. Okay, so we're going to come into tree pose. Let's see if Nico will join us for this. He's sitting in his stroller. So, hey Nico, I need you. I need your help. Come on. All right, so we're gonna stand on the right foot. Here he is. He said, okay. And I'll mirror you. So standing on the right foot, let's open the left knee for tree pose. Great. If you'd like, you can reach your arms up. You wanna sit on my leg? He's like, I wanna get down. Here, you can add a little challenge for yourself with a cat. See, cat yoga is actually really advanced. Who knew? All right, one more breath. Who wants to see his cute face? Here he is. Say hi. Say hi. Hello. He's not feeling so well. Okay, let's switch sides. So now we'll go to the left foot. Want to lie down? Okay, right here. Sit. All right, and then we'll open the right knee. The foot can go above or below the knee. You can even modify like this or hold on to something. If you'd like, you can reach your arms up. Breathe. Yep. If you wobble, blame the wind. You want more treats? One more breath. Maybe the advanced version with cat on thigh. Ooh, what do you think? What do you think? All right, good job. So now let's take eagle. So you can do this seated. We'll cross the right arm on top of the left. I'll mirror you. So right arm on top of left. This is the modification, just reaching the right arm over. You can double wrap the arms if you'd like. If you're sitting in a chair, you can then cross your left leg over. So you'd be seated like this. If you're standing, and sorry, I'm blending into my chairs back there, but you can cross your left leg over and then you might wrap it for balance. So you can use your toes as a kickstand. We're working a little bit of balance. Hugging into the midline, take one more breath. And then unwind. Oh, now you're interested, huh? Okay, let's switch sides. So we'll eagle wrap the left arm on top, and the modification is you just take this arm stretch, okay? Otherwise, you wrap either once or maybe the palms even clasp. And then if you're sitting and you'd like, you can cross your right leg over. If you're standing, you can balance it. Come here, Milo. Come on, don't be shy. He did the little like, I'm moving my mouth and talking, but you don't know what I'm saying because I'm not saying anything. All right, one more. And fly it away. Okay, let's do one more flow from the top. So inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the chest. Yeah. Inhale, chair pose. If you'd like, you can sit back. So you kind of hinge forward, move the hips back, and then touch the earth and fold. If you want to add a crow, I'll give you a little something. You'll lift to the tiptoes, bend your knees, slide the hands back. So your knees are above the elbows, and then you have to shift forward. So now my elbows are back way behind the wrist. I need to aim my heart way forward, so go slowly so you don't collapse. Elbows over wrist, maybe 1 or 2 feet lift for your crow, if you'd like. And then we'll meet in downward dog, so you can step or jump back. Nice crows. I like it. And we will meet in downward dog. So let's lift the right leg up and back on an inhale. Step your right foot through. Let's go back to the beginning, lower the back knee. This time your hands can stay on the ground or blocks, or you can reach them up. Take an inhale, and then we'll cactus again as you exhale, open the chest. Let's do that once more. Inhale to reach up. Milo, come here, you're out of the screen. Exhale, cactus. Come here. And then reach up one last time. Palms to the heart. This time we'll hook the left elbow past the right thigh. So twisting to the right. Turn the ribs. If you'd like, you can lift the back knee up. And if you're going for the modification, it's that left hand on the ground and right arm up. So what we did at the beginning. So now we're wringing out the spine, the organs, and anything that you don't need energetically speaking. So take one more breath here. And then unwind the hands to the ground or blocks. Now we'll lift the back knee hop the back foot in and come into pyramid pose. So both legs are straight. Again, if the floor is a little bit too low, you can always use like a table or something along these lines. You see Milo's foot because he's doing his practice up here. He's like in Ashtanga series 3. Okay, come on, Milo, you're showing off. He's doing leg behind the head. I'm sure that some of you guys out there are also familiar with that pose. Speaking to the cats. One more breath. All right, let's go standing split. So option 2, lift your back leg. You could stay in your pyramid. Option to try to balance it with the hand behind the calf, or maybe finding a flat back for warrior 3. Again, you can always hold on to something, right? So here's where, if you have a wall or an inversion practice, why not? Because you guys jumped on the crow, so now I need to give you a little handstand hop. But please, if, you know, full disclosure, if you're near furniture or cat heads or things like that, be mindful. So if you'd like, you can plant the palms and take a little hop, leaning the weight into the hands. The bottom foot acts as your brake. Maybe the legs come together. Woo! And just a little hop, one more. Or we're in pyramid or a warrior 3. Awesome. Okay, let's step to the top, find chair pose. Reach up, inhale. And fold down the legs, exhale. Good, lengthen. And either step back to downward dog, this is the last side, or you could take a vinyasa. If you're jumping, you go right into bent elbows. We'll meet back whenever you're ready. And as long as you're just breathing consciously, you're doing your yoga. So that's cool. All right, let's extend the left leg up and back. And then step your left foot through. Lower the right knee and either stay right here, maybe you're going to here, or reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Good, take an inhale and cactus the arms as you exhale. And one more time like that, inhale, reach up. Awesome, exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach up, palms to the heart, and we'll twist. So if you're not in the kneeling position, you know, you could always do a piece of it, make it look somewhat like it, whatever works best for you. If you hook the elbow past the knee and you'd like to lift the back knee up, come here, Milo. You can do that. Here, you get to see Milo's face too, because she's cute too. Aren't you cute? All right. He's like my little watch cat. He's always by my side, just making sure that I'm okay. So sweet. All right, one more breath. You can stay right here. All right, and then he's a ham. All right, except Nico is actually the friendlier one when we have people over. Okay, so straighten both legs. You can shorten the stance. Thank you, Monique. And fold. These guys turned my world upside down. I tell people, if I had a crazy cat lady inside, then anybody can, for real. Because I had no idea that she was hiding in there, right? Okay, so either we're gonna stay in pyramid pose, or you can step up and lift your back leg. So this is standing splits, hands to ground or blocks. You can take your hand to your calf if you'd like, right? You could come to warrior 3 where your chest is up a little bit higher and the crown is extending. And maybe you just play with balance, right? You just lift the leg and see. Or you might go to a wall. You might plant your palms, keep the arms super straight. He loves pushing this ball when there's like a blanket over it because it's like a new game for him because it hides. Yeah, so cool. Okay, so if you're doing a little handstand hop, your top leg kicks up, your bottom leg acts as the brake. Woo! Maybe the legs come together, maybe not. Okay, that's enough. And then we'll step to the top and fold. And one more chair pose, and then we're gonna cool it down. So reach up and rise to stand. Nico, you're just gonna sit and watch from over there where they can't see you. It's not cool. Okay, so let's come onto the ground. We'll take soles of the feet together, knees apart. And holding the feet, ankles, or pressing on the knees. I like to kind of hold the feet and lift the chest and then bow forward. And there's a little bit of rounding, but I wouldn't kind of push into a rounded shape. I would lengthen first and then sort of just drop into it. As always, listen to your body. So if your back or your hip or your knee or your neck or whatever doesn't feel right, you just listen to that and you adjust. So you're going to be your best teacher, always. And that's one of the cool things about the yoga practice is that it really teaches us to listen to that inner guidance as well. See, if you guys have one of these circle things at home and then you put a rug or something over it, it's like a new game. They love it. Well, he does. Get it? This isn't good because it gets stuck under there. Okay. All right, so let's come onto your back. And we'll bend the knees. So now we're going into some back bends. Make sure that if you have like a bun or something, you can move it out to the side. So feet about hip distance, knees over the ankles. If they come past the ankles, might put extra pressure on the quad or the knees. So just adjust. You can hold the outer edges of the mat and lift the hips. Or you could interlace the hands behind the back, or you could slide like a block or pillow under your sacrum behind your pelvis. So we'll breathe here. Hopefully we got enough of the standing poses in. Some of you guys might be on the East Coast time, so time for bed. All right, and then slowly lower down. So option 1, you can repeat another bridge. Option 2, you can do what we did seated, but now lying down. So soles of the feet together, knees apart. You might have to support your thighs with pillows or blocks. Option 3, full wheel. So you'll flip the palms. See, Milo loves this. And you could lift the hips. My back is super tight right now, but let's try it. So either come to the crown of the head and pause. You might straighten the arms and come into your full wheel. Oh, not going full. Whenever you're ready, you'll lower down. You want to listen to your back, your wrists, your shoulders. Nice back bends, you guys. Cool. Okay, so let's do one more. I'll watch. So feet forward and about hip distance. If you want, come to the crown. Nice, Katie. And we'll breathe here. Awesome, Laura. Where'd Kitty go? I don't see Kitty anymore. Miriam, your cat's staring at the screen like I was supposed to be the star of that class. Why is Milo? All right, and then let's lower down. If you're done back bending, cool. If you feel like you want some more, they can be energizing and feel really good. So listen to your body. I'm gonna move on to the twist. So right knee into the chest, left leg can extend. Take an inhale to open the knee up to the right. And then as you exhale, cross the knee over the body. You can shift your hips a little to the right if you want to just help them stack. And then your right arm can reach out to the side. So I'm grounding my knee with the left hand and trying to release the right shoulder to the ground. Take a deep inhale. And a full exhale. And then come back to center. Hug your left knee in, straighten your right leg out. Open the knee to the left briefly, just to open that hip and inner groin. Take an inhale. As you exhale, we'll guide it across the body. You might scoot your hips back over to the left. Hold the knee with the right hand. Excuse me, reach the left arm out. And you can keep the gaze up or you could turn it to the left, depending on what feels better for your neck. Take a deep breath here. And a full exhale. I do hope that everyone that was brave enough to put their cameras on will bring the cat to the camera up close so they can meet each other. This is what cat social media is going to be like. We're going to have like cat bumble. Okay, so bring your knees back to your chest. And if you'd like, you can open the knees up here. You can reach up for the feet or ankles for happy baby and pull the knees down. Oh, I see somebody coming. And I like to reach inside the knee, above the sole of or the arch of the foot, and then to the pinky edge. That feels best for me. Hi. Hey, Nico, will you come for Savasana? All right, so from here, we're gonna take a hip opener. You can stay supine and cross your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And if you have any knee issues, this might be a better option for you. And then I would thread the right arm under and pull the figure four shape back, unless you feel it here, which is great. Or you could do this seated. If you want to come up to a single pigeon, you'll bend your right knee, lean a little into the right hip, and bring your left leg straight back. And then try to square your hips off. So your left hip will come down and your right knee goes a little off to the side. Again, if you decided to come up and then you want to go back to the other version, then that's cool too. So we'll be here for about a minute. What you don't want to feel is knee pain. So if the hip is too tight and it's pulling on the knee, then you might bring your foot a little closer to you or just adjust somehow, maybe with a block. So we'll breathe here. I'm going to see if I can get Nico to come join us. Hey, buddy, can you come? Can you come with us? Okay. So we're here for about 20 more seconds. No. Oh. Okay. Okay. You gonna go behind the couch and stay there? All right, last breath. And we'll come back up and then switch sides. So Maeve, your child is so cute. So left ankle, I think that's what your name says. Hi. All right, so left ankle to the right thigh if you're going to the thread the needle position. And this is such a great thing to do after we've been sitting, driving, flying, working, walking, doing nothing, doing too much, whatever. Just great to do a hip opener. And if you went up to your single pigeon, you can do that. Hey, Milo. Thanks for joining us for the whole class. Good job. You did such a good job. Yeah. All right, so we'll breathe here. I forgot to set the timer on. Oh wait, maybe I did. Okay, let's take 2 more breaths. Ash, and I can't see your cat. Looks like it just took a big jump. I love. All right, so final pose before Shavasana. We'll take a seated fold. Actually, we'll do 2 more. We'll do a seated twist and then a seated fold. So if you want to do the modified twist like this or seated, you could do that. If you'd like to, I'll mirror you. You'll take your right foot to the outer left thigh, and then the right hand back for Ardha Matsyendrasana. If it feels like too much to have that bottom knee bent, you could extend it out. So whatever variation, but try to sit up tall so that your spine is lifted. And Kelly, you can turn, oh wait, I want to make sure I'm not saying the wrong name. Katie, you can turn, yeah, that way. Let's see from back here. All right, so right shoulder rolls back. Take an inhale to lift taller, and then an exhale to revolve deeper. And then we'll unwind. And again, if you took this variation, you can do that. If you step the foot outside the thigh, it'll be left knee to the ceiling, left hand back, and the right elbow hooks, or the hand can hold the knee. So again, you want to lift from navel to sternum, create space. Anytime you're twisting, folding, or back bending, we always want to lengthen the spine so we're not compressing each vertebra or grinding in the case of the twist. Okay, 1 more breath. Unwind, and now let's take our straight leg fold, Paschimottanasana. So flex the feet, lift the arms. If this feels like I'm already stretching my hamstrings enough, maybe you bend the knees to fold deeper, or maybe you stay right here. If you'd like to, you could reach your hands for your feet or use a strap or cat toy. As you fold, I will congratulate Milo for being the #1 participant in this household. Good job. You did good. Usually when I'm teaching my clients on Zoom, he's like on my lap and like trying to get all the attention, but now he knows he's participating, so he's cool with it. He's like, okay, fine. All right, come on back up. If there is anything you need before your Shavasana final rest, typically it will be lying flat, but you can lift your legs up onto like a cushion or a chair, or legs up the wall, which is really restorative. If you want to cover your eyes or dim the lights, or if you have like some pump it up music going on, maybe just let it quiet down for a few minutes. So if there's like a plow or anything else that you need, go for it. And otherwise, we'll set up for our final rest, which is really important. So we effort, we stretch, we work, and then we release and let go. So if you can get comfortable, allow yourself to do so. And sometimes it takes a moment. You gotta move things that are hitting you, tuck the shoulders and the hips, move the bun, and just allow yourself to get into a really comfortable place. And then take a deep inhale and sigh it out. Now, if there's some tenderness in the low back, where are you going, buddy? You could slide like a pillow or blocks under your knees, and that typically does the trick. Otherwise, just give your hips a little tuck. And then take another deep breath in and sigh it out. And then slow your breath. So consciously take in a couple smooth, longer breaths. And scan the body as you do Notice if there's any sort of gripping or holding, and see if you can just allow yourself to relax. Letting go from skin to flesh to bone. Allow the gaze to move out of focus. Let the jaw soften. And the middle tongue melt back into the throat. Allow yourself to completely surrender. The thoughts come, let them pass by like you're watching clouds shift in the sky. Almost allow ourselves to drop into a meditative, peaceful state. Be here for just a couple moments. Relaxing, let's say for another minute. Start to deepen your breath. Feel free to stay here if you got comfortable. You don't have to come up. You can relax there. It's really good practice to be able to drop into a relaxed state and be able to hold on to that. So as you deepen the breath, begin to wiggle the fingers and toes if you're coming with us. Maybe circle the ankles and the wrists. Reach the arms up overhead, stretch. And bend the knees, either rolling to one side or staying as you are. And when you're ready, we'll press up to a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up onto something so that your spine is lifted a little bit taller. Allow the eyes to close and just to observe anything that came up. And when we observe, it's just a moment to look, to be curious, to be present, to not judge or attach to. So in yoga, there's a theme or sort of a philosophical idea that we practice non-attachment. So we're able to let go and open ourselves up to receiving however life unfolds. Sometimes we get where we want to be, but it is a different path than we thought it would be. So trusting in that unfolding. As you join the palms together in front of the heart, take a moment of gratitude, perhaps bringing someone or something specific in mind. Maybe it's just an overall sense of gratitude and contentment. And take a deep breath all the way to the top. And bow the head as you exhale, honoring yourself for showing up on your mat and